season. My inner demon been waiting to pull out and squeeze it. This money I need it, every day up for it scheming. This is my season, I go undefeated. Please don't end up a body. I'm too late, you Scotty, too hotty.
Alright, so the NBA season is over for some people. With me being a Sixers fan, the shit's been over since maybe January. You know, some people would say otherwise. Some people would say Thanksgiving. You know, Halloween night. But what I have to say about this season now, this season's about to end Wednesday. It is Monday. We got 2 games left, Pacers and the Knicks. We're going to either finish 28-53 or probably 29-53-28 or whatever. It depends on, we're most likely going to lose the game tonight, giving up over 100 points in 3 quarters. Just a few things on what I have to say as a Sixers fan. You know, not going to make 30 wins. We would have to have some wild fourth quarter to have a chance at a 30-win season, which I'm incredibly. This season has been interesting as a Sixers fan. Got to see Joel Embiid play. If you guys watch any of my other videos when I talk about the Sixers, I was not really interested in getting Joel Embiid. If you guys watch my video of Ben Simmons getting drafted with the #1 pick last summer, I was in my car driving home from work and I caught a reaction to that. So check that out if you could. Ben Simmons did not play this year. We had the 3 bigs where we were trying to figure out mixing and matching who was going to play. Nerlens Noel, Jahlil Okafor, and Embiid. Embiid being on a minutes restriction. Dario Saric finally coming to play from Croatia after like 2 years. TJ McConnell really coming into his own. It was a really interesting, entertaining season, despite losing 30 wins. And now, what my whole thing was, I had a feeling Ben Simmons would not come back to play when Embiid got hurt. I then realized that our front office, the only thing they decided then at that point was to sit Embiid. There was no point for Simmons to come back and play half of a season because we were still 5.5, maybe 7 games out of the 8th spot, which is not impossible. But, you know, if you get Simmons back and Embiid, who knows what happens, right? Especially when you're at All-Star break. I think we were maybe 7 at that point, or 5.5 or something like that. Maybe that's January. Maybe I'm mixing up the time. But yeah, as soon as I knew it was no point for Simmons to come back, and when Embiid got hurt, there was no point to rush him back. We were not a game and a half out from playoffs and whatnot, things like that. So we then traded Nerlens Noel for some picks to Dallas, which I'm upset about. I would have preferred to trade Okafor, keep Nerlens Noel for next season. And I know his contract situation and things like that. But in the second half, Dario Saric he's the rookie of the year. Let's not play games here. He's definitely rookie of the year. I did not think he would play that well. He has played really, really well. The guy can ball. He's only going to get better. The team is really young. The core is really young. Simmons is still growing, literally still growing. TJ McConnell, couple game winners, I believe, balling. I'm just looking at this as 26 from Saric that game. Ilya Silva gave him 25. And even in the games that my Sixers lost, we still competed. It's some games that definitely got away because, we don't have the talent as some of the other teams we played. Like that game we lost by 30. Yeah, so the game we won by 8. Beal had 40 on us. So yeah, we even just like last year, we would lose games and they would be either blowouts or we would not compete. You put guys out there on the floor, whether they're talented or not, they would not. It was no competing. This year, if Embiid played, the team competed. When Embiid went out, the team competed. Without Embiid and Nerlens Noel, the team competed. So especially, you know, Robert Covington is a streaky shooter and things like that. So it's just things like that. It's just watching a team go from, what were we, 10 wins last year to go to 28, 29, depending on what happens, or 30, depending on what happens tonight and Wednesday. That's a nice. I mean, you can't really get any worse than 10, right? So even if you do 5 better, that's better. But 18 or 19 potentially, and just watching the team compete. You know, and you know, if we took losses, we were competing. So that was really good to see as a Sixers fan. But I think, you know, with Simmons and Embiid, depending on how the Lakers end their season and getting their pick and whatnot, see what we decide to do. Will we give up the pick? Because it seems like we have our future guys. Do we need a top 5 pick or top 3 pick? I don't know. We have Saric and Simmons and Embiid. You know, things like that. What are we gonna do with Okafor? It's just still trying to piece together the roster. But for the most part, I believe we have our future. Simmons, Saric, and Embiid. I want McConnell to stick around. Sauce Castillo, Nick Stauskas. So I'm interested to see what happens, man. Playoffs about to start. It's weird. I feel like the playoffs just crept right up on me. But I guess when your team's not going to make the playoffs, it would seem that way. But I'm definitely happy with what I've seen this year. Just hopefully we get our guys back healthy. Everyone's healthy and ready to roll for the fall, man. So it's been interesting season. It has been entertaining as a Sixers fan. And I can't wait to see what the future has, man. I'm ready for, I guess, the real season to start, to see what the Cavs do. The Cavs have seemed to be so completely bored that they walked right into the first seed for the East. See what Golden State does. The pressure's on now. See what Russ has for the playoffs. So it's interesting, man. The season, I guess you can say, is about to start. Guys, get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I might make an opposite video with the Cavs and Warriors talk and things like that. But as in terms of my Sixers, man, I'm extremely proud of just watching them for them to compete. And I don't know, man. Ready for the future, guys. If you're a Sixers fan, make sure you watch my other Sixers video where I kind of seen some of the stuff happen. I kind of foreseen some of the stuff that happened to us this year and things like that. But guys, check the playlist, movie reviews, sports content, and reaction videos. Until the next video, I'm out. Thanks for watching.